Hola, es miércoles el 4 de noviembre. I hope you had a great day yesterday off. It was beautiful out and supposed to be up to 75 degrees today. So I'm wearing some sandals today because I thought I could get away with it for a couple more days before we get back into the cooler temperatures. So buenos dias, how you doing? Here we go. Bien, para hoy you're going to do some numbers practice, those big numbers. You'll see them written out and then you'll write them in numeral form. Also, AR verbs, a little more practice with those infinitives and a translating activity. And then Quizlet practice, don't forget about that. Your homework is, and I'm going to explain it to you, there's a Gustar drag and drop, and I'll show you kind of what you need to do. So let's get started. First of all, learning target for large number practice. I can write numbers in numeral format. So what you're going to do is on a scratch piece of paper, which you're going to need today for some practice, you're going to number 1 through 7 and write the numerals, so the number. So for example, 74 would be 74. You can use your, I don't know what this is right here, but it says you may use your number notes to help. And so take out your big numbers notes and then do that. And I'm going to skip ahead. So your answers would be on the next slide. So we're going to skip ahead real quick. And let's look at AR verb and vocab review. I can discuss everyday activities that people do and discuss classroom items. So again, remember, put the slideshow into present mode and then try to guess the AR verb. You've done this already, but you're going to do it again. So remember, you have to kind of go this way because that's the only way they click. So you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So you have to click on them a couple of times to check your answer and then practice the verb. So try to guess what it is. And then, like, for example, bailar, and you have to go through it, okay? I don't know if this will let us advance it. No, we have to go through all of them again. That's okay. So, bailar, comprar, caminar, cantar. You can do this on your own though. Cenar, buscar, preguntar. Oh no, it's contestar. Desayunar, dibujar, enseñar, escuchar. This is estar and ser, to be. Estudiar, that's explicar, perdón. Gustar, to like. Remember, it means to please, but whatever. Hablar, viajar, or llegar. Oh, it's llegar. We have llevar, and then mirar, and preguntar. Okay, all right. So here you are going to conjugate this is just a little bit of conjugation and translating. So don't forget the BOGO. So remember, first of all, to conjugate those verbs, you have to drop off the AR, chop off the AR off of the infinitive and add your O, as, ons, ais, an. Also, don't forget about BOGO. So that's the idea of conjugating your first verb, but then leaving the second verb in the infinitive. For example, to say, I wish to eat dinner or to dine, you would say, deseo cenar. So the first part, I wish, is deseo, and then the second part, you leave in the infinitive, cenar, to eat dinner. Same thing with this one. Necesito means I need, and then to buy is comprar libros. Okay, so just conjugate the first one, leave the second one in the infinitive. So you're going to, on that same piece of scratch paper, translate the following sentences to Spanish on scratch paper, then check your answers on the next slide. So for example, if you had Jorge and I draw in art class, you would probably say Jorge y yo, and then you have to think, oh, okay, what form would we use? You'd use the nosotros form here. So you'd say, Jorge y yo dibujamos en la clase de arte. Don't forget that when you say art class, you'd say la clase de, and then whatever class it is. Okay? So you're going to try those, and the answers are in the next slide. So I'm going to skip ahead 2 of them. And have you studied your Quizlet set number 4 yet? Remember, this is due, I think I said November 20th. In a couple of weeks now. There are some students that still have not done this. So to join, if you haven't done that, you can just click here in order to complete 3 activities. So any of these, you look at these activities, we do the flashcards, the learn, the write, the spell, match, gravity, not live because we do that together. And also you need to test higher than 90% in the test section in order to earn all 20 points during this unit's Quizlet. So this is going to be worth 20 points in the grade book. So make sure that you complete the activity. Don't just try the activity. So in order to get it done, you have to do it till all the slide to the whole entire activity is done. Okay. All right. So moving along. This is Gustar. So this is going to be your homework. Let's look at this. It says learning target. I can discuss every activities that people do and like. So you're going to find this. This is like its own little slideshow activity. You've done this. It's a drag and drop. You have your own copy. You're going to just simply drag and drop the words and the phrases. So I did one for you. I don't have it all here, but this is the first slide of it. So it says practice the chart, the Gustar chart. That's the first one. And then complete the activities and upload to Google Classroom. You'll see kind of there's directions on each of the slides. So each of those, there are, I think, 4 activities in this little slideshow that I have included as homework. You just have to drag and drop the answers. And then on the last slide is this. It says, ¿Cuál es tu opinión? What's your opinion? Responde en español. It says, respond in Spanish. So use one sentence for each question. Use complete sentences. You can type your answers. So I set this up so you can kind of see, these are samples. Te gusta viajar? Either you're going to answer with sí, me gusta viajar, or no, no me gusta viajar. If you're going to answer negatively, I don't like to travel, you first have to answer it negatively, then restate the sentence negatively. So you need 2 no's if you're going to answer it no. And then this one's asking, ¿Te gusta más estudiar en la biblioteca o en casa? That's asking, do you like studying in the library or at home more? So you'd either answer with, me gusta más estudiar en casa o me gusta más estudiar en la biblioteca. So I'm doing a lot of this for you just because this is our first time doing this. ¿Te gustan las ciencias? That's asking, do you like science? Sí, me gustan las ciencias. O no, no me gustan las ciencias. Número 4 says, ¿Qué te gusta hacer? To do. So you have to list 3 activities in the infinitive. Okay. So, por ejemplo, me gusta nadar, trabajar, y estudiar. So just leave those in the infinitive AR verbs. And then this next one says, ¿Qué no te gusta hacer? List 3 activities that you don't like to do. So same thing, just 3 things you don't like to do. For example, no me gusta cantar, bailar, o nadar, whatever it is, okay? So that's what you're going to do on that last slide of your homework. And if you have any struggles with making accents, remember that you can always use that in the, I don't know if we can even get there. Maybe. Anyway, go into Google Classroom under Classroom Resources. There'll be an accent guide, and it tells you if you're using a PC or Mac-based products that you can, it's got a little guide for you about how to type these accents, okay? And that is it. So, these are the last things you have to do. Did you complete the numbers practice activity? Did you complete the AR verbs practice of infinitives and translating activity? Then the Gustar homework, it'll be listed as homework under today's date, the 4th, and that is due at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And then if you get a chance, study for about 10 minutes maybe, Quizlet set number 4, because that will be part of our big, there's 116 terms to study. So go for it. Espero que tengas un buen día y hasta luego. Ciao.